#1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And now on the heels of the pick six, here's their offense on the field sooner than intended as they'll try to make it 8-0. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
Watson's pass intercepted by the... Packers. They'll take over first down and goal to go at the 7-yard line.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Watson to give. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, Watson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
A loss of 7.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Packers take over 1st and 10. at their own 19.
Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now this throw caught left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Packers.
Rodgers to throw once more. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done. Keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry. Always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
12-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
12. Texans nothing.
On first down, Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Rodgers again now. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Again, it's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taylor Gabriel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They're going to run for it with Jones. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller.
Watson.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one good for 37 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Throwing again is Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Austin. And he's got this almost to the 40s before going out. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now on first down. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First down, Packers.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. The Packers continue to roll. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. Hey, let's get that ball. Hey, let's get that ball right here. Hey, 41's mic. 41's mic. Hey, here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Being chased out left. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Ah, that's true. You've said that before.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The final shot before the break, Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They fake the give. Now Rodgers on the move to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys continue to pour it on. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click. And I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Texans offense now readying for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
The running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
3rd and 6.
A shotgun snap for Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Texans. Watson hooking up with Cooks. From the gun, here's Watson. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Fuller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking to go back to Stills, but it's going to be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
29. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw again, Watson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10.
Got three down. 29.
Watson looks to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on. And maybe
it got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys continue to. Put this one out of reach. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. 41 to Mike. 41 to Mike. Mike. You like Mike. Check.
Rodgers now to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike 29. Double dog. That's the way. 29.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
38-yard line.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Devontae Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back at the 10.
I I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No.
And now out comes Houston. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Again, it's Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Now a first down carry by Jones. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On play action. Now Rodgers. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Try to pound it in with Washington. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team. Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston set to take over. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Green Bay, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it, as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching.